So yeah, I got a response. So I believe my voice is clear and audible. And once again, welcome back, all of you. Right? Today in our weekend, pre-session, another one important, topic we are going to discuss. Today it's not going to be a lengthier session. It's going to be like a short and sweet session where direct to the point and direct to your interview preparation. Okay, so that way we are planned. And yes, we are from High Tech Institution. My name Hari. So every weekend, right, we are providing this training for free. And people who watching in the YouTube, right, if you wanted to attend the live session, feel free to join the link. I'll give the WhatsApp link in the video description. Okay, that will be helpful to you guys to join into our community. So our community people are getting some benefits. You also will get. So yes, then we can quickly go into the topic today. Boom. Yes. So yes, feel free to unmute and ask your question if you have something. So crack any AWS DevOps interview. So 3 must-know questions every companies might ask. The intention I made this discussion is whenever we go for the interview, roughly how much time they are conducting the interview, 20 minutes to half an hour. That is the ideal way. Some companies, right, will take you to 45 minutes, something like that. Okay. I had my own experience. I attended, 1 hour interview. Okay. Around 4 members as a panel. They were shooting questions from everyone. So, but on an average, right? If I take interview, I take interview daily basis. Okay. If I take interview for my project, it will be around 20 to 30 minutes. That's what my skill. I believe that is enough. Unnecessarily we are asking so much of question, pointless. So based upon that exposure, right? I have come up with the 3 must-know questions in every commonly asked by every company whenever you go. So in 20 to 30 minutes, they might ask 10 to 12 questions approximately. I'm telling. In that, if you prepared these 3 questions already, right, it will be very much good. You will be very much comfortable answering them. Because before going to the exam, you have a question in your hand, means the important question in your hand, means which is really give you some confidence, right? That's how it should be. And I would say these 3 questions are very much important. See, when we are asking question to candidate, if they are able to answer, that's fine. If they are not able to answer, right, we will validate whether this is mandatory part. Example, if I ask any question from VPC, okay, yesterday I took an interview to my student. When I asked VPC question to him, he said, no, in our project, we are not taking care of networking. There will be separate network team will be there. They are dedicated taking AWS VPC resources. Like he answered. Okay. I don't personally recommend that way of answering. Even though we are not getting opportunity to work in VPC, we are not supposed to answer like that, because everyone know, you and everyone participant, everyone know VPC is the backbone for many of the infra services like EC2, RDS, load balancer, auto scaling. Wherever you go, the important services, VPC is the backbone. We cannot diplomatically answer for that question. So why I am telling, in interview, some questions, if you wrongly answered or you are not knowing the answer, that is considered as an exception. But the 3 must know questions, right, what we are going to discuss today, those all can be like the VPC topic only. You cannot ignore it. We will not consider that as an exception. Must know parameters and must know concepts. Everyone should answer. Everyone will expect you to know these concepts. Okay. That way I pick 3 questions. Hope that will be helpful to you. Okay. So before discussing these 3 questions, any guess, guys? Any guess? What that 3 points, 3 questions would be? What do you think?
3 questions are very much important. First question is, what is the definition of AWS DevOps? Second question is, what are the key features of AWS DevOps? Third question is, how does AWS DevOps work? And fourth question is, what are the challenges? I believe it must be on how do you private subnet access? We give access of internet to private subnet resources kept in the private subnet.
Very good.
That kind of maybe one question, and another what is the public private subnet architecture? What is
Very good.
VPC?
Very
And
good.
how do we route the traffic from external to VPC?
Interesting. Yes, almost you are close to the answer. Not bad. Really appreciating your input, Harish. Sorry, Hari B. Hari B, your full form, full name.
My name is Haridas Bargaji.
Okay, okay. Then one high five to you because you also Hari, I'm also Hari. So,
Yes.
so two Haris. Okay. So, any other input on top of Hari? What could be the three must-know questions?
What are your daily routine activities you perform in your job daily
Very,
basis?
very good, very good. Perfect. Yeah. More possibilities are there. Your daily, day-to-day task are simply your roles and responsibility in the current project. Yes, very good, Anurag. Any other input on top of it?
And also, how do you manage networking in VPC? Like, how do you allocate the IPs for that VPC?
Okay.
IP
Think,
ranges.
Hari, you're more interested in networking or what? Because your questions are from that network, areas.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Anyway, yeah, another one interesting input. Very good. Any other? What other guess? Only Anurag and Haridas got the clue. Any other?
So might be questions on migration. They will definitely ask. As
Okay.
I hope so.
Migration. Okay, very good. Anyway, guys, cool. So we can, start discuss about the things. One last chance. Anyone wanted to share your input? One last chance.
Hari, it would be from EC2.
EC2. Okay. Questions, anything related to EC2 you are telling. Yes.
Yeah.
Good, good input. Yeah, agree with you. Fine. But unfortunately,
Some
whatever
questions from
the
Linux.
Linux.
From
Okay.
Linux.
Okay. Okay. So unfortunately,
Maybe around best in what is best in host and jump
uh,
server, that kind of.
see again, Hari is telling background from networking. Anyway, good, good, good. So fine,
Sir,
guys.
they might ask. Sir, they might ask more on scenario-based questions. As for an
Scenario based.
example,
Uh-huh.
I have my on-premises application which is accessible from internet all over the world, but it is not being accessible from AWS. What can be the possible issues like this?
Okay. Good. That's true actually. Okay. But anyway, unfortunately, right, your inputs are valid, but my 3 points is totally different from your, inputs. I'll tell you why. See, when person is taking interview, two things playing a major role. First one is what the candidate know. Example, if I am taking the interview, you are a candidate. I am very much good in AWS services. I'm very much good in Python scripting. I'm very much good in DevOps tools. So the area where I am comfortable, I have more knowledge. I'll ask a question to you. That is one probability. Second thing, the project currently I work, right? You are going to onboard. Tomorrow, if you clear the interview, you're going to onboard in this current project. So the project has some demand, right? We will check whether the participant who attending the interview, he can fit into my project. These two, these two mandatory point decides what question has to be asked during the interview. Everyone agree with this point? The
Yeah,
two
I agree.
decider. Okay. So whenever you attend the interview, one company to another company, the format will change. As Hari said, one company may ask about VPC. Can you tell about how the private things are communicating with public subnets? How to internet gateway or NAT gateway differ? When do you use? As Vignesh said, "Hey, can you tell about an EC2 server? How you will spin up the auto scaling?" So depends on the project, depends on the environment. The question will definitely change. Okay. So we cannot 100% fix this is what the question going to come. See, I have a PDF with me. Okay. Last week, how many of you received the dumps, AWS dumps?
Yeah, I received.
Okay.
Sir, I have not received actually.
You attended the session last week?
No, sir.
Oh my God. So there was a special last week. Whoever attended, I collected the email ID. Very immediately, I sent the resume. So a small gift from my side last session. I think you missed it. So today
Yes, sir.
also for the participant, I am going to give one gift. Any guess what it could be?
Maybe interview questions of AWS.
Okay, you really want that, Hari?
Yes, kind of.
Okay, then I'll share. Yes, that's what my plan. Today, participants, I'll share the interview questions PDF. Okay, end of session, I'll ask the email ID, you share it, I'll forward that. Okay, only for the participant who, you know, stay till at the end. Okay, anyway, so as I said, I'm going to share the bunch of interview questions to you, but people may ask question from the document, may not, because I already said the asking question from the differ project to project. Okay, but it gives you a good reference in our semester exams before going to the public exam. Previous year question paper will revise, right? How we'll come to know the patterns, how the patterns all. So getting some idea. So what I'm trying to say, every interview, the decider is going to be project requirement and the person who taking the interview. That is going to be the decider. So in that case, every company, every individual who taking the interview, right, the model and the style will differ. Okay, model and style will differ. That is the reason I am not going with the specific question. I cannot commit one exact question from VPC. I cannot commit exact one question from EC2. I cannot commit one exact question from Terraform. As I told you, these questions are totally going to decide by project requirement and the person who taking the interview. I told you, like, every individual has their own style. If I take the interview, I have my own style I follow. My colleague who taking interview, his own style is totally different. So that is the reason I'm telling. I'm going to tell you about the 3 common questions. These are very much generic. Okay. The point I'm telling, right? Every interviewer will ask, but the way he asking the question, right, that will be little bit different. Person to person, it will change the style of the interviewer, right? He will ask. See, I'll tell you one example. There are 2 panels available here. One is Hari, another one is Anurag. Okay, Hari means not me, the another my buddy who's there, right? So that Hari and Anurag, 2 panels. Okay, Neelu Shahu is a candidate who going to attend the interview. First round with Hari's, second round with Anurag. So the same question can be asked in 2 ways. What? The first question is, hey Anurag, can you please explain about your current private and public subnet, how you deployed, and what is the purpose you divided as a 2 different subnet in your project. This is scenario based. Again, the question is about private and public subnet. Same question, Anurag can ask in Anurag own style, but answer will be the same. Hey Nilesh, can you please explain about what is the VPC and subnet strategy you currently followed in your environment? When you will use internet gateway, when you will use NAT gateway. Question is different, almost answer is same. What do you guys think about this? So that is what I'm telling. The question can be manipulated and asked. The style will be different from person to person. So that is the reason I came up with 3 major common questions. If you understand these common and if you prepare well, okay, if you prepare well about these questions, right, any situation comes, you will be able to manage it. Any candidate asking in different way, you will be able to manage it. That is what my expectation. That's the reason I came up with the 3 generic question. All of you understand? All of you with me? My idea is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Hari.
Perfect. So those 3 questions are 3 must-knows questions. First one, describe the architecture of your current infrastructure. Second one, discuss the recent challenges or issues you faced in your current project. Third one, provide the security recommendation for AWS infrastructure. Okay, I'll explain about each and everything with the answers. Okay, no need to worry. I'll also going to tell you the answers. First one, describe the architecture of your current infrastructure. How many of you agree with me in any interview? If you go, you will get question like this. How many of you really agree with me? Interviewer will ask about your current infrastructure. Current
Yeah,
Probably this will surely be
we have
asked.
also faced this in
surely
real
be
time
asked,
as well.
right? Yeah, see, Hari has telling, Anurag telling, Neelish. Then why you guys were not telling initially? You are telling different things. This is most common question in every interview, guys. Every interviewer will really wanted to know about what is your understanding about your current infrastructure. See, if you are confident, if you have a good knowledge on your current project, current infrastructure architecture, how the network things are works, where you have a computing resources, how you are dealing with your data, how secure you are managing things. So your current project end to end, you are having knowledge on your current project, right? Then it will be easy for you to adopt in my project also. It will be easy for you to adopt in my infrastructure. All of you agree with me?
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Okay, then what will be the answer for this? Describe the architecture of your current infrastructure. If this question is asked to any one of you, what will be your answer? Anyone would like to answer this question? Who has confidence? Who has guts to answer this question? Or you want me to answer?
Yeah, we can answer, but just not as perfect as you.
I understand. If you want to try, you can try. See, if I answer it,
well,
where you will note it down? You'll quickly take on notepad, or you will start record my voice in your phone, or what is the plan? I'm ready to answer. How we will record, how we will manage it.
let me try one time.
Yeah, you can try. Yeah, sure.
Uh, the answer can be like my customer requirement, the architecture was something like that. My customer is having 100 servers. Out of them, 20 servers was for the backend, 20 servers was dedicated for front-end application, and 20 servers were dedicated for the public access. Considering this structure, I have designed the architecture in the way that the backend servers I have kept in the private subnet, and the remaining all servers I have kept in the public subnet. For the public subnet, I have attached the internet gateway to my VPC, and for that private servers, I have attached the net gateway to my private subnet. I have created one subnet also, the private one, because public already created when we configure the VPC, but the private I have configured. Something like that.
Very good, very good.
I'm not.
I'm appreciating your input and guts to answer in front of everyone. So I'll do one thing. I will answer now. Okay, I'll answer now. Proper answers. This session is currently recording. After the session, I will be sharing recording to everyone. Correct? So I'll give you one task to each and everyone. Whatever the answer, I'm giving it to you for the question one. Describe the architecture of your current project. Based on my answer, you need to take a notes by hearing. Now you will understand. While I'm answering, you will understand for sure. But after you received the recording, right, take a note of what I'm explaining, share it with me privately in WhatsApp. Okay, maybe you can take 2 days, 3 days, whatever, but make sure you are sharing with me. If your inputs are valid, I'll give that architecture diagram to you over the email or over the WhatsApp. I'll privately send it to you. All of you having my WhatsApp number, right?
Yes.
Yes, sorry.
All of you agree with the deal? Deal is clear?
Yeah, very good.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so it will be homework for you as well as you got the answer. So you are preparing. Okay. End of day, in any way you are ready to learn, I'm happy. So this is the answer for you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Whenever we got a question, describe the architecture of your current infrastructure. If I am the candidate, how I'll answer now? Yeah. So this is such an interesting question. So in our project, right, currently we are supporting one of the e-com based company. That is our project. As of now, we are holding somewhere around 50 AWS accounts, individual AWS accounts. All these 50 AWS accounts are managed by the AWS organization service. We have one master account. All these 50 accounts are managed by this organization account. Out of 50, we have a 3 major OUs in organization. First one is Dev OU. Second one is my pre-prod OU. Third one is prod OU. Okay. Dev we have having around 20 AWS accounts. Pre-prod we are having 20 AWS accounts. Prod we are having 10 AWS accounts. This is how my accounts are categorized in the AWS organization. If we go each and every individual AWS accounts, right, all the users are getting access through SSO, single sign-on. So everybody can log into any account. The role-based authentication already in place. Every AWS account, right, we are majorly using only 2 regions. In across our environment, we are allowed to use only 2 regions only. One is North Virginia, another one is Mumbai. Apart from these 2, right, we are not supposed to use any other regions. We have a SCP in AWS organization, which is restricted. We are allowed to use only these 2 regions, North Virginia and Mumbai. Inside the region, right, each and every region, we have our own VPC. Okay, the VPC with 4 subnets. 2 subnet is private, 2 subnet is public. Public subnet has internet gateway. Private subnet has NAT gateway already configured. So across this all 50, accounts using VPC peering or using transit gateway, we enabled the network connectivity. So by default, all 50 accounts, right, we would be able to communicate privately. This is how our network architecture has been configured. Okay. After that, we are using a auto scaling functionality for deploying our application, because auto scaling, our e-commerce applications are deployed in the auto scaling setup. So whenever there is a demand, it automatically scale up. For exposing my auto scaling EC2 instance to public, right, we use ALB, application load balancer. Whenever auto scaling spin up a new instances, it will be automatically part of my target group, which is behind my application load balancer. My application load balancers are pointed with using Route 53. We are pointed our environment with the proper domain name. So our clients are mostly belongs to US. Some of them belongs to Mumbai region. Mumbai region we are considering as a DR region. Okay, that is the reason we are keeping one more region, but the predominant of our clients are accessing from US regions. Okay, with this North Virginia. Sometimes the ALB has been created with the CDN. Using CDN, we are distributing our traffic through content delivery network. Using CloudFront, we are distributing our network. So this is about the high level information of our infrastructure. That's it, guys. Is my answer is satisfied, all of you?
Yeah, Hari.
Is it clear?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, I'll share the recording to you. Whatever you understood, take a note, share it to me privately in WhatsApp, and get the architecture diagram for this setup. Okay.
Yes, yes.
You can take 2-3 days. Once the recording is released, you can take 2-3 days to answer that. So shall we move on to question number 2?
Yes, Hari.
Discuss recent challenges you faced in your project. What does mean by challenges? Challenges with you and your manager, or you and your team lead? Is that they are asking?
No,
Hey, last week I
no,
had
it's like
a issue with my team leader due to my shift. He is not changing my shift. Is that can be answered?
no,
Okay.
So
You
what
can
could be
answer
the
like
it's
doing the
like while setting up the
migration.
infrastructure, what challenges you have faced, that kind of things.
Okay, Hari, something Agalya is trying to replay. What Agalya?
Yeah, it was same. And during migration also, like what and all the changes, challenges we have faced, like from Azure to AWS, those kind of migrations
Very
we
good.
can tell.
Very good. Very good. So literally challenges mean they are planning to understand what issue you recently faced in your environment, how you addressed it. Okay, what issue you faced in your environment, how you addressed it. So you should know about the troubleshooting steps. If something happened in EC2, example, tell me one EC2 server you have, you are not able to connect. Hey, yes, last week I faced some issue. My client is telling my web application is not loading. Application is not loading for them. So when I checked the ALB, everything looks good and even no everything fine. But I noticed instances went for out of service. So I went to the EC2 console. I checked. I'm not able to connect to the EC2 instance at all. That is the issue. That is one of the challenges. Okay. So how you will troubleshoot this? Tell me. I'm not able to connect to the EC2 instance. It could be Windows or Linux, whatever. How you, if you are in that place, how you will troubleshoot that?
Security group port is open or not.
Very good. You will check for the security group port is allowed or not. Very valid input. Any other?
So I will check first the 1x2 and the 2x2 check. first.
Instance health check status.
Yes, sir.
Status you will check. Very good. That's also valid point.
And is there any blockage in NACL at subnet level?
Okay, agree. Security group ACL, yeah, you will check port level.
Is I'm using right PEM key or not?
Sorry, come again. I didn't get you.
If the wrong PEM key is there, then also we can't connect.
Okay, okay. So keep key is not valid. You're telling. Okay. Any other?
Configuration mismatch.
What do you mean by configuration mismatch? Your answer is more diplomatic. What exactly mean by configuration mismatch? Okay, can anyone can suggest any So this is one issue. One of my VPC, right? This will drop the EC2 now. We have one more issue. One of my VPC, right? Peering is not working properly. My S3 bucket has some issue. When I'm pushing image to ECR, that time it has some issue. So these kind of issues we have. Any valid documentation, anything you guys can suggest for other participants to understand about what issues come, how we need to approach solutions, troubleshoot the issues. Whenever in interview anybody asked what are the recent issue you faced, in spontaneously I need to tell 1, 2, 3 different issues with the solutions. Any blog or any documentation you guys can suggest? Any source you found so far?
I came across a source on LinkedIn post, but not as such a particular.
Okay. Shall I suggest one thing?
Yeah, definitely.
So type YouTube. Okay. There is one channel available. Do you know the channel name?
Yes, sir.
High tech institution.
Yes, of course. High Tech Institution.
A separate playlist is there already.
Yes, exactly. If people who don't know, go to playlist. Here you will get something called AWS troubleshooting. One playlist available. Around 12 videos belongs to this playlist. Okay. What you need to do, each video somewhere around 15 minutes. Something like that. If you go that, first one is AWS EC2 instance connection timeout. Okay. ELB troubleshooting, elastic load balancer troubleshooting, VPC peering troubleshooting and issue, S3 bucket troubleshooting and issue, auto scaling issue and troubleshooting, Lambda issue and Lambda trigger troubleshooting, Amazon ECR issue with troubleshooting, RDS DB connectivity issue. You can ignore this disaster recovery. This is architect salary, beginner guide, and your account billing related issues. So you can forget last thing, but 7 issues are really valid and really worth, and each and every point will be covered here and addressed here. You can see almost how many views for this video. 29K with views. Okay, you can see everything's are for almost 500 plus likes. Everything's are positive comments actually. Okay, so if you go through this 7 videos, each videos are hardly 20 minutes only. If you go through the 7 videos, right, you will come up with 7 different recent issue what you faced, and even you can answer what is the solution you have taken for that. All of you agree? What is the answer for this point 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Fine. One last question. Shall we go to third point?
Yes, definitely.
Provide security recommendation for AWS infrastructure. Okay, you are tasked to recommend a security best practices for one of the existing AWS infrastructure. What is your answers will be? Anyone wanted to try?
For
Multi-factor
IAM,
authentications.
IAM authentication, very good. The question is, you are tasked to recommend some AWS security, recommendation for your existing project. How will you handle this task? How will you handle this activity?
RBAC, role-based access control.
Role-based access control. Okay.
preventing root user account login to save backup.
Login. Okay. Okay, you guys are answering, but each
AIM
one telling
management should be
different
there.
answer. One guy is telling restricting root login. One guy is telling role-based access. Another guy is telling one. All of you telling different input. I want to answer all of them in accumulated way. You're getting. So you are tasked to suggest or recommend AWS best practices, AWS security best practices for the existing project. That is your task. Imagine you're onboarding to one project, that will be your first task. How will you handle it? That is a question. You are tasked. You are tasked means you are responsible mean what is the meaning? How many of you taking ownership or responsibility in your current role? I voluntarily take ownership of this activity I'll do. Anybody like this here?
Yes.
Here the question is, you are tasked, which means the interviewer checking the interest and your volunteerness. Okay, when you are assigned with one task, you need to show your responsibility over there. Okay, your answer should be, when I get such task, first what I will do, I'll take complete ownership of this activity. I'll ensure successful completion of that. How I will take it forward? First, I will go through the entire AWS infrastructure. As you mentioned, this is an existing project. So I'll completely go through the existing infrastructure. I'll understand that. After that, right, I'll start implement following things. First one, I'll check whether root login is open or not. If it is open, I'll go ahead and restrict it. I'll check all the custom policies, IAM policies. If there is any globally exposed policy available, overview permission given to any policy, I'll cut down. I'll go with what are the policies are really needed. I'll encourage to go only those policies. Next one, I'll encourage to use only role-based authentication. Then I'll check all the S3 bucket. I'll check EBS volumes, snapshot, RDS, RDS, DB snapshot, everything. Wherever I'm deal with the data, I'll make sure I'm creating on KMS key. I'm encrypting all these data-oriented resources with the KMS key. So all the data-oriented things are encrypted. Very next thing, I'll check all the security group and the ACL, whether unnecessarily any ports are opened. Is there any port open mean? I'll go ahead and I'll restrict that port access. I will use WAF, web application firewall, whenever my application is exposed through a load balancer. I will ensure to keep a WAF in that. So web application firewall will give me additional security and layer of protection for any of my unauthorized things into my application. I'll ensure all my EC2 instances are running with updated version. All my security updates and patches are done in the DB side, database RDS side, as well as EC2 instance side. I will use AWS Inspector service. Using that, I'll ensure the little more security enhancement. I will use AWS Guard Duty service to ensure the VPC flow log, Route 53 logs, everything up and running. That is, machine learning based security service inbuilt tool available in AWS. I'll make use of those kind of native tool provided by AWS. These all the way I will ensure, and this is what I feel like best practices for every AWS environment. That's it, guys. How many of you agree my input is valid?
100%.
Yes.
So you understood, right? The flow, how I speak, the confident how I speak while I'm answering. And you may think like maybe I'm preparing, I'm coming. Actually, I'm not prepared. These things are already knows it. I'm just communicating this so that in the same confident level, you have to speak during your interview. The way you explain, right? That is really matter. That has to impress the particular person who taking interview. Okay. One line answer at all won't help you actually. So if you are not able to clear the interview, the clarity is matters, especially in Neeli Shah. The clarity is very important. Okay. So this is what the three important things will be asked in every interview, guys. Maybe the way the style is going to be differ for the company to company and the person to person who taking interview, but ultimately the base and the bottom line is same. Okay. If you prepared well for these three questions, if any other questions comes also, you will be able to answer it, because all other questions are most probably linked to these three questions only. Okay. So while preparing for these three questions, by default, knowingly, without knowingly, you will prepare for other items as well. Okay. This is the big umbrella. Under this umbrella only, remaining stuff all going to come. Okay. So this is what the ultimate plan. So I hope today's session is informative for everyone. So any other from anyone? So share your email ID so that I'll share the interview questions. That's point one. And you all remember I gave one input, right? For question number one, based on this recording, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do after receiving the recording for the first question? What is the task?
We will prepare a architecture of our
So,
current.
We have
you are
to
going
prepare a
for
document for the
architecture.
same.
Very good. Then my work is easy. Right. So then all of you send your input to Agalya. Agalya will send you the architecture diagram. Okay. She is preparing.
We have to prepare a document for the same.
Sorry, Anurag.
We have to prepare a document for the
No
same.
need of document. No need of document even. You need to
Whatever
just
the
send me the notes in
bullet points.
WhatsApp simply. It's a simple
Yes.
message. How I am sending message to you people. Similarly, in the group I am sending message, right? Share me
Yes.
5 lines of your input. That's fine. I want you to listen
Okay,
the
sir.
audio, share the input. That's fine. Okay. So whichever the answer is really correct, whichever the input you are sharing, right, which is relevant to the answer what I given to you today, those will be getting the architecture diagram. Okay. If you are not able to clear, I'll reply you with the message, which is you are not cleared. Okay. So fine. And another thing, is the weekend sessions are helpful to all of you? Is I'm helping you
Yes,
really?
sir.
Sir,
Definitely.
yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. If I'm helping you, and shall I, you guys, have to do one favor for me. What is that favor? So we will groom this community, okay? Because you can see only 15 members, something like that of people only attending. We'll groom that community. Whatever the groups, whatever the open groups I have, I bought all the people into this group. We are conducting the session. So let it be a collective effort, okay? If any of you voluntarily available, right, you can join with me for this free knowledge sharing platform to people. Joining with me means simple. Obviously, you will have some study groups in your phone. You will have some LinkedIn groups, Telegram groups, and all. You already would be part of for some other purpose. You would have been learned, right? We can share this free information, free session information to that group. So we'll invite a participant to our group. Okay, we'll groom this community. Currently, I could see 600 members are there. We'll make it like 1,000 participants. I mean, the WhatsApp group count. Okay, let's make 1,000. Let's make 2,000. We'll make us a bigger community, so it will be useful for others as well, because many of them not even know, like we are conducting free session on every weekend. Okay, let's spread this information to everyone, so it will be useful for people. Okay. So here what favor I want from you, because see, every weekend I'm spending time with you. I'm spending my energy and time, everything with you, right? That return gift what I'm expecting from you is today or tomorrow I'll share our WhatsApp group link in the channel. You just simply copy and paste it in your group, whatever you are part of. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to promote nothing. Just copy and paste that link in that open group, the study groups. Make sure you are pasting in the relevant group. Okay, we don't want to paste it in unnecessary group. If you have anybody part of cloud computing, AWS DevOps groups, paste the message what I am giving it to you to other groups. So other participant will come to know about this free session and all those things. They'll also get benefited. Okay. So after that, I'll conduct a poll. If you spread that message to other groups, just click yes in that poll. That will be highly, I'll be highly happy. Okay. I know I'll see the names, right? Whoever pressing yes. So that's simple, Return gift I'm expecting from you to grow this community. Will you guys do for me? Okay. I'm seeing some thumbs ups, 2 thumbs up. So I'll trust those 2 people. Let's see how you guys are, taking this, how interest you are spending, how you are taking it. Okay. Fine, guys, then. So we can leave for today. We'll connect next week. If you guys having any, any inputs or something, ping me, okay, so that I will consider those topics also, okay, because only I am designing the topics. You only, have to confirm. If anything, something like that, ping it to me. We'll take that also as a session. So, thank you, everyone. Take care, all. Bye-bye.